wanted to do a quick little video on this thing. I get people who ask me, oh, what is that in your arm and what is that for? Basically, it is called an AV graft. Okay, I'm on dialysis. I've been on dialysis for about 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. So, well, I started on peritoneal. That wasn't working out. So then I switched to hemodialysis. So it's just basically, it's a piece in my arm. It's like a little rubber plastic extension thing, like a little squiggly thing. And it connects my veins with my arteries so that my blood can get clean, so it can filter out my kidneys properly. I was born with polycystic kidneys, basically just meaning that my kidneys were never really fully developed when I was born. So I have always had, kidney problems in the past. I've had an NG tube, I've had a nephrostomy tube, same thing. I've had a pee bag because I couldn't pee when I was a baby, so I had to get that. Just a whole bunch. I've just been in and out of surgeries forever. I'm immune to it. It's nothing for me to have another surgery. So, anywho, but, that's basically what it is. It's just for me to properly get my dialysis, to filter my blood, clean my blood, filter my kidneys so my kidneys can work. And until I get a transplant, this is going to be my best friend. So, it's with me for the long run until that special day comes. But that's all. That's what I just wanted to clear that up. So basically, this was back in 8th grade. This was 2006, right? And I remember we had a math test, I think it was. I think it was a math test. Anywho, I didn't study for it, and I was not going to take it. So I lied and said that my stomach was hurting and I needed to go home. So I remember my cousin Anna and my Aunt Reevy picked me up. Rest in peace to my cousin Anna. They picked me up and they took me back to their house until my mama got off work. So I didn't have to take the test. But then, I think like a couple days later, my stomach really started hurting. My stomach really started hurting and I did not know why. I thought I was constipated. I thought maybe I ate something wrong. I don't know. I was just in a lot of pain and throwing up, and I couldn't urinate like I used to. And my mama took me to the hospital. They took my temperature and everything. I couldn't find out what was wrong. And then they said they was gonna do surgery on me, and they took a sample of tissue from my stomach. And what else was I there for? Oh, that's the day that happened. Oh my God, let me get off topic with y'all for a second. Let me tell y'all this story first of all. So, this was back when I was still going to what was the name of that hospital? Oh my God. Ann and Robert Lorry's, back when they was up north. This is when I was going to them. And I hadn't ate, anything. And when I don't eat, my blood pressure, it just gets low. I just get real nauseous. But I fainted for like a second when she was taking my vital signs or whatever. But I was still there, I'm answering all the lady questions and everything or whatever. And they tell my mom they need to get blood for me. But because they said I was in and out, which I wasn't, because I was answering all your questions. Do y'all know these people drilled a hole through my bone of my leg? Like I was in restraints. They was holding me down and everything, bro. They drilled an IV through the bone of my leg. It was this leg right here. It still hurts in this little spot to this day. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe they just did this to me. Mind you, I was not medicated. I didn't have nothing numbing. I didn't have no anesthesia. That is the worst. I don't have any kids. So to me, that is the worst feeling in the world. Oh my God, I thought I died. I swear to God, I was so pissed. And then they never even took any blood from it. I just had a tube like thing sticking out of my leg. And then that's the same day I had to get an art line. And the damn doctor lets the resident do it. Do you know if they were fucked up, they could have cut my artery and I could have bled to death right there? I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is the worst hospital visit ever. And pulling the thing out of my leg hurt worse than putting it in. It was just an all around horror. It was just horrible. Just horrible. But getting back to the story of my dialysis, they took the tissue sample from my stomach, and then they ended up letting me go home because I started to get a little better. And then my stomach started hurting again. I went back, and by that time, I guess they had ran all the tests from my tissue samples and from, new labs and stuff. And they told me your other kidney is shutting down and you're going to have to be placed on dialysis. Talk about a horrible 13. My God, that is just tragic. Horrible. But, Yep. Partially is the reason is because, back then I had to be on a lot of medications because I had a kidney transplant before. My daddy was my donor because we're the exact same blood type. Hey, we're universal, which is horrible, by the way. I can donate to anybody in the world, but I can only have my aunt donate to me. That is a horrible trait. Ugh, Jesus. I can be your savior, but I can only have my own savior to me. That's fucked up. Anywho, my daddy was my donor, and it was actually his kidney that started to fail because, again, like I said, I was on a lot of medications and it had a lot of side effects. And, being 12, 13 years old, you get self-conscious a lot, and the medication, it made me chubby, it made me really hairy, so I stopped taking it. I made the mistake in not taking my medicine like I was supposed to. I know, it's my fault. However, I really, 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 really feel like if I would have never ever lied about taking that damn test, I probably would have never been on dialysis. God was teaching me a lesson. Yep. God damn. Don't lie. Just don't. Just don't lie. It's not worth it. Believe me. It's not all bad, but it's not worth it. Believe me. But that's my story. Okay, guys, so make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment if you want to. If you have any questions, about my story, about my situation, don't be afraid to ask me. You feel me? I'm an open book when it comes to me and Graffy here. That's her name. I call her Graffy. You gotta joke about your situations. How else will you get through it? Duh. But anywho, ask me questions. That's fine. I'm open to any questions you want to ask me or whatever. And make sure you subscribe for more stories because I got a ton of them. So until next time, good people. Scout Signer.